All right. One bad guy down, many, many more to follow. Episode 2, I thought was fantastic. Chris Pratt, still killing it. This is some of the best acting I've seen Chris Pratt do. I was listening to a guy on Instagram talk about this series, saying that, this is not Chris Pratt from Jurassic World. This is not Chris Pratt from Guardians of the Galaxy. This is something on another level. This is some of the best acting he's done, and I couldn't agree more. Absolutely killing this role. I'm sure Jack Carr... Listen, if you guys didn't know this, Jack Carr had this vision, this idea, many years ago, that if the Terminal List was ever made into a film or a series, that Chris Pratt would play James Reese. And that vision came true for him. I couldn't be more thrilled, not only for us who get to see it, but for Jack Carr, who had this vision of a specific actor playing his character. How awesome is that? Anyway, episode 2 follows, the death of, his SEAL team, his friend Boozer from his SEAL team, his wife and child, and he just plays a destroyed man so goddamn well in this episode. And wow. So another thing this series is doing, and that you didn't really see so much in the first episode, he's dealing with some PTSD, maybe a concussion, something's going on, right? And they still have yet to reveal the big reveal that I know is coming. It has to come in episode 3. They alluded to it a little bit in this one, but they have not outright said it yet. But I like this idea of the unreliable narrator they've got going on. This is not something that I remember from the book, The Terminal List. I'm actually pretty sure this has been changed for the series. I don't remember this being a part of it, where not only is everyone else questioning whether or not, he actually saw what he saw, or things went down the way they went down, but also he is questioning it. He is unable to rely on his memories because they're kind of out of whack, and something is going on. He can't keep things straight. He keeps having flashbacks. He's very blurry visioned and headaches, and it's hard to tell what's really going on. And so throughout, when he's starting to figure out, who might be involved here, in this episode, he finds out that the NCIS agent Holder is one of the people that attacked him, or so he thinks. Thinks that this guy is in on this, had something to do with the murder of his wife and child and his friend Boozer, and he decides, I'm going to take this guy out. And I thought maybe it would draw out until the next episode, but no, man, the whole op goes down in this episode. He tracks down Holder, I love the surveillance that he does, goes in, gathers intel about where the guy lives, how to, what his habits are like. He takes a picture of his door lock so that he can practice picking a similar lock. I love the details in this. I love it. So he tracks down Holder, the guy who's investigating him, the guy who's, supposedly trying to figure out whether or not Reese may have killed his own family, may have faked an attack at the hospital. This is crazy, right? This guy is somehow involved. And Reese figures this out. And, along with the head injury and, the unreliable memory and all that, he's also, really drunk for a good portion of this episode, of this time when he's trying to figure things out, he's like drinking heavily. So that adds to it as well. Like, is he really figuring things out, or is his mind playing tricks on him? Is the booze working on him? Is he just grieving and wanting to see things that aren't there? But he figures out that he thinks Holder has something to do with it. He goes into the dude's apartment. Absolutely love this. I love this. Goes into the dude's apartment, and also he's enlisted the help of his best friend, and he's helping him figure out like the logistics of this and stuff, and helping him figure it out. So he, with the help of his friend, infiltrates this dude's house, goes inside, catches him sleeping, wakes him up by sticking a gun in his mouth, and then the confusion really begins, because the more this guy kind of like says like, oh no, it wasn't me, I didn't have anything to do with it, trying to convince him that he's crazy, he starts to think maybe he's a little crazy, right? But he knows that at the very least there's no way that he killed his own wife and daughter. He knows that for a fact. Everything else could be askew, everything else could be messed up in his memory, but that is a fact. He would not have killed his wife and daughter. Right at the last minute, Holder reveals, when he thinks he's about to be killed, he reveals who he's been working for. Holder is not the guy that attacked him like he thought he was at the hospital. He didn't have the injury on his arm, so it wasn't him, but he reveals a name of someone who pays him for information. And obviously probably for the fingerprint to steal Reese's gun out of his safe. Right after he reveals that, he attacks him. Like, why? If he was going to attack him, why did he do that? Why did he reveal that name? Anyway, glad that he did. Now Reese knows a name to go after next. And I love that he started the quote-unquote terminal list in this episode with James Holder. That was the first name on his list. And right after, I love it. Holder attacks him, and boom, immediately Reese just puts him down, shot to the head. No long drawn out fight, very like realistic action here. There wasn't a drawn out fight where they're fighting across the room and somebody gets thrown down on the ground and they're strangling each other and last minute someone gets to the gun. No, just a shot to the head. It's over. Grabs his casing, dips out. The end. All the while though, Katie, the reporter who's looking into all this, she doesn't know what's going on either. She doesn't know if James Reese is crazy, if he really did kill his family, if he really was attacked in the hospital. She doesn't know anything, but she's trying to figure it out. And Reese agreed to let her look at his medical records, have access to his medical records. And she got some information from the doctor, and I think that's going to be revealed in the next episode. I don't want to ruin it for anybody who... I'm sure everyone's already watched this, but you know what? I'm going to... just play along with me, all right? I think that's going to be revealed in episode 3. Can't wait to check it out. The big reveal of what his medical records say. Is he crazy? Is he not? Is he in perfectly good health? What's going on? I can't wait. I'm loving this series. I've seen all different opinions online. I've seen, actual special operators say, like, this is a fantastic series. That Chris Pratt is doing a great job portraying a Navy SEAL. And then I've also seen people say, like, oh man, they changed it from the book so much. And so far, I'm not seeing it. Like I said, the only thing I've noticed is the unreliable narrator part where you're not sure if he's really all in his right mind. And if things went down, how he actually remembers them. That's the only thing I've noticed so far. There could be more changes coming. But so far, man, it feels like the book. It feels fantastic. I love it. I love this series so far. Can't wait to see how it plays out. If you guys are interested in checking out future videos, future podcasts of me talking about this series or the Jack Reacher series, you can go back and look at those. I've got some of those on the channel. But this is something I do, man. I love these thriller novels. I love the James Reese series. I love the Jack Reacher series. I'm a big fan of pop culture and entertainment, so if you're interested in any of that sort of stuff, please subscribe to the channel. Stick around for more, and if you do decide to subscribe to the channel or favorite or follow the podcast, then I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Thanks.